Good morning, everyone. I would like to call this meeting, of Lebanon County Board of Commissioners, to order. We will start our meeting as we normally do with a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Please join me if you can. Rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get to the public comment time, I'd like to make a note that we were informed that we had to add something to the agenda this morning that was discussed prior. That is regarding Act 37, and we've changed the agenda to add that, but it's not been publicized prior, so we need a motion to approve that, adding that agenda item formally. Also moved.
Second.
Second, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, that agenda item is added. Now, public comment. Any public comment, sir? If you would, please identify yourself for the record, and then you may proceed.
My name is Josh Kuhn, Joshua Kuhn, Kuhm. I live in South Anvil Township, Locust Road. I have a stormwater problem. I don't know if this is the right board to be talking to. I have a landmark development going up in 250 yards from my property. And they're supposed to not discharge more water than was, previously discharged. And the last, when we just had an inch of rain, it's a huge problem. It's a huge river. It's turbid, muddy water into the Quiddy. It's a big issue. And got a meeting with them out there. I had a meeting with Rick Bolt.
Meeting with who?
I had a meeting with the landmark engineers, Rick Bolt, the excavating company that's doing the work. And they're all telling me that it's a DEP approved plan. And I know that DEP doesn't get the full details of some of these plans that they have going. And that the large scale of the idea of the plan might be approved. The measures that they're using might be in accordance with, approved structures and all that. But the exact details of how it goes through construction and all that. And this one, they have just 2 5-foot culverts that lead from a big makeshift pond, silt sock dike along it that just fills up, flows out of it constantly, and then overflows very quickly and flows in these culverts right to the edge of their property. And that's concentrating, discharging water. And the first 200 yards, their first 150 yards that the water flows at 2 feet deep, which it never did historically. It goes right into a sewer pump station that the sewer authority maintains. That's on my property. It's been inundated and overflowed multiple times. Just in this storm that we had yesterday, we got a little over an inch of rain. And they have a big pond up there, which gave them all this capacity in their plan, but that's not being used. All the land grades away from the pond, and that pond is for future construction.
Mhm.
Even though the treatment that the pond gets is remove all the, after the construction period, they remove all the sediment and rebuild the pond in this way because it was supposed to be sedimented during construction. But it sits up on the high ground. They're not piping any of the water into it. They're using this they call it bypass system. It is bypassing the stormwater right off of their property, and they're saying it's going to continue. It's the final phase until its project is done for 8 years.
Question for you. Have you spoken to your municipal, what township?
South Anvil.
Your South Anvil.
Yeah. Well, they said they were going to take a look at the plan. The township engineer said that they were going to take a look at the plan between the last meeting, which was last week, and the next meeting. But they also, said that there's issues. The chairman of the board it was the previous owner of the property that's being developed.
I wouldn't go too far. If they're trying to help you, don't poison it by,
Well-
going too far with that. I'm just trying to protect you.
No,
I want you to say something that might,
I understand, but if
Okay.
the township isn't out, they're not willing to, they're saying the DEP, it's a DEP approved plan. And that if Rick Bolt, because everything from our township goes to the county here, the county's what handle. our-
If you would leave your name and number out with the receptionist, I'd like to call you up maybe after a meeting. We can discuss a little farther.
Because I had a whole meeting with them out there and the, county engineer was basically saying that nothing can change with this plan. It's all approved. This is the way it is. That they never make adjustments to practical problems in the field, that nothing ever gets changed. And I know that that's not true. So I've been all up and down the creek, all up and down the watershed, and there's no construction projects that affect the watershed like this. It's a terrible effect that's happening. So, and the sewer building being in the way and the sewer authority acting on their behalf to make changes to the situation, it's kind of not helping the situation, because they have a conflict of interest. They also are engineering the development. So commenting on the flow that's coming at the building and the modifications that they need to do to swale the water around the building to cause me an even bigger problem.
Well, we have to work with those authorities that do have the authority over that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
what
would
I was trying
do,
to
I will do what I can to help you. So if you
And
would,
like I said, I'm not sure if this is even the right place, if the planning.
that's what I'm saying. It's not, but I'll certainly try to help you.
he wants you to call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Public comment today? Okay, hearing none. Our next item is to approve the minutes from our meeting from July 2nd.
So move.
Second,
This is the second. Any questions or comments regarding those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So same sign, and those minutes are approved. I don't see Mrs. Newland.
oh,
You got it. Fill in
Tina?
today.
Please, if you would, identify yourself for the record, and then you may proceed with your report.
Good morning, Tina Tobias, Deputy Treasurer. We started with a cash balance of $2,222,463.80. We had receipts on the 15th and 16th of $2,363,259.32, which brought our total to $4,585,723.12, less expenditures of $3,533,432.56, less tax claim of $64,107.29, which brought our balance this morning to $988,183.27.
Second,
Motion is second to approve the treasury. Any questions or comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Both same sign.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
Thank you, Tim.
Nothing else, thank you.
Well, good morning. If you would, please introduce yourself and you may proceed.
Michelle Snavely, Director of Human Resources. Under Personnel Transactions, Madeline Santiago, Admin Assistant to Court Admin / Interpreter. On courts termination effective June 24th. Megan Smith, Office Support 2, Probation Services, removal effective July 14th. Carter Tobias, General Clerk C, Monetary Clerk of Courts, resignation effective July 30th.
Make a motion to approve those requests.
I'll second the motion.
Motion is second. Questions, comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Both same sign. And those resignations, terminations are approved.
Moving on to changes of status, transfers, and promotions, I have 3 motions. The first, to approve President Judge Towalk and Director of Domestic Relations, Michael Anderson, recommendation to retitle, reclassify the current Assistant Enforcement Officer position to an Administrative Assistant 2 position. No change in the grade assignment, effective July 21st, 2025.
I'll move to approve.
Second,
Motion second. Question, comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
aye.
Both same sign. Approved.
Motion to approve President Judge Towalk and Director of Domestic Relations, Michael Anderson's recommendation to eliminate one Office Support 2 position from their department effective immediately.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, questions, comments? And all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is approved.
Motion to approve President Judge Tulloch and Director of Domestic Relations Michael Anderson's recommendation to retitle, reclassify two of the current Administrative Assistant 2 positions, grade 10 on the non-union salary chart, to training supervisor positions at a grade 11 on the non-union salary chart, effective July 21st.
I'll move to approve the recommendation of President Judge Tulloch and Director Anderson.
Second.
Motion is second, questions, comments? And all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is approved.
Christiane Murphy, promotion from caseworker 1 in children and youth to caseworker 2 in children and youth at the rate of $1,698.62 biweekly, effective August 3rd. Pauline Brodas, transfer from admin assistant 2 in domestic relations to personnel/payroll clerk at the Lebanon County Correctional Facility at the rate of $1,480.05 biweekly, effective August 3rd. Allison Jones, promotion from admin assistant 2 in domestic relations to training supervisor at the rate of $1,491.62 biweekly, effective July 21st. Alexis Holmes, promotion from admin assistant 2 in domestic relations to training supervisor at the rate of $1,462.37 biweekly, effective July 21st.
Make a motion to approve those transfers and promotions.
I'll second the motion.
Motion second, questions, comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, and those changes are approved.
Motion to approve a request from Chief Public Defender Megan Tidwell to create a temporary law clerk position within the Public Defender's Office at a grade 14 on the non-union salary chart, working 40 hours per week, effective August 18th through the time period in which the employee passes the Pennsylvania bar exam.
I'll move to approve that request.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, and that is approved.
These are all under other transactions. Children and youth would like to hire Keys Rodriguez Ebenese as a caseworker 1 at the rate of $97.60 effective July 21st. Community Action Partnership would like to rehire Diane McKinney as a part-time receptionist at the rate of $14.31 per hour, effective July 21st. District Attorney/Detectives Unit would like to hire Timothy Fetzer as a detective at the rate of $3,147.41 biweekly, effective August 4th. President Judge Tulloch would like to hire Lindsay Walker as a office support 2 at the rate of $1,154.07 biweekly, and that is in the Domestic Relations Department, effective July 21st. Public Defender's Office would like to hire Brianne McKeish as a law clerk without the bar at the rate of $1,899.81 biweekly, effective August 18th. And the Recorder of Deeds would like to hire Noah Desario Brenner as an office support 1 at the rate of $1,001.98 biweekly, effective July 21st.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments? None, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Transactions are approved. Anything else?
Moving on to Salary Board, motion to approve all transactions previously read, plus the following. Jackie Guzman, interpreter pay, as she is currently an admin assistant 1 in domestic relations office, adding interpreter stipend at $1,500 effective July 21st, and that is prorated from the effective date. Scott Warner, longevity payment, assistant district attorney in the district attorney's office, a one-time retention payment of $2,500 effective July 25th.
Second.
Could you clarify that $1,500 is for the year?
Yes, and
Any other questions or comments? None, all in favor, motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Salary Board. So approved. Anything else? Thanks. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please introduce yourself to the record and then you may proceed.
Christine Hartman, the administrator at Lebanon County Community Action Partnership. I have 2 orders today that I'm looking for approval. First is the Medical Assistance Transportation Program Participation Grant Agreement and Assurance of Compliance for fiscal year 25-26. And the second is the Medical Assistance Transportation Program contracts for fiscal year 25-26.
And you would like those taken one at a time, is that correct?
Correct.
I'll make a motion to approve the medical assistance transportation program, grant agreement 25-26 at the years.
Second motion.
Second, questions or comments, Jamie?
So this is, I know this is an entitlement program, so that there's no sort of cap on what we receive.
Correct.
What's our current allocation, or what do you expect the allocation?
Through 3 quarters that, we are projected to, we've spent, a little over $1 million on this. So what we do is a projected budget every year. And then it's split up by the 4 quarters, so they divide that by 4 and send us a payment. If we underspend, then we have to send it back. If we overspend, then they reimburse us. And we are projected to spend $1.564 million on the program for next year, is what the budget projection says.
What has the volume been like?
Through 3 quarters, because our 4th quarter report's not done yet, because we still have invoices coming in. We have done 10,500 trips. We have served almost 600 consumers. And we have spent $1,059,399. So almost 1.1.
Is it increasing, or is about staying the same in the last few years?
It's increasing. I opened mail before I came and had 5 new applications for families just this morning that came in the mail yesterday. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with, budget cuts and people going off Medicaid because they have to have medical assistance to receive this program. So depending on who gets cut, and it could be pretty detrimental. But yeah, we do about 125 to 130 trips a day out of our office for transportation. I have a fleet of 25 private drivers. As you can see by the contracts, there's a huge stack that are still being signed, and we work with 4 of the companies in Lebanon County.
Any other question? In a second,
Second.
all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Pose same sign. And that, participation grant agreement. Appearances of compliance is approved. And now we'll take action on the medical assistance transportation program.
The contracts, yes.
Okay.
And do you want to amplify it all, or should we just, pre-motion?
It's like I said, I have, we have contracts every fiscal year. We renew them for our drivers. We have a fleet of, like I said, 25 private drivers, which are, just residents that use their own vehicle to get people where they have to go. And then we work with Lebanon Transit, Central Med, First Aid and Safety, and Yellow Cab. We don't really have a service area. We're kind of, an anomaly for Pennsylvania because our transit company doesn't go beyond the county borders except for Hershey Medical. So we have to have private drivers to get our consumers where they need to go. So as long as their medical assistance insurance is paying for that trip, we get them there.
I'll move that we approve the, partnership for the medical transportation, and I'm assuming that the, contracts with Yellow Cab and First Aid and Safety have all been checked out. Okay.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Same sign. Approved.
Thank you.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work, Christine.
Thank you.
Honey, you're up.
Morning.
Good morning. If you would, please introduce yourself and team for the record. And we proceed with your update.
My name is Bonnie Loy, and I'm chairman of the 250 Committee for Lebanon County. This is
New master?
Jan.
Committee?
Dan Morrissey, 250 Committee. Both very vital persons on the committee. I'll start by saying everyone on the committee, the core committee, and even our county partners have been very gracious, and we are definitely coming along. One of the name for things or things they're trying to mention statewide, they call it EPIC. So I'm going to start with the education part of that. The Education Committee is working on curriculum across Lebanon County for all the schools. We have, folks from some of the schools that attend, meetings on that. One of the things that we're pulling into that piece is an art contest that will be going out to all the schools from, kindergarten all the way through high school. And the culmination of that will happen July 4th, 2026. So, children will have coloring pages, the younger children, and from junior high or intermediate school on to the 12th grade, their art project will be an open project as far as could be watercolors, oils, sculpture, whatever. But they will be, the winners of each district will then be at the expo on July 4th, 2026. The second piece is to preserve. That's the second part of EPIC. And I would like to have Dan talk about her historic preservation piece.
Historical committee is just looking to have different events of vendors, demonstrators and so forth out there for July 4th, 2026. Possibly getting some old wagons, some old fire company equipment. Just looking to pull things together. We've got, and food trucks and so forth for that day as well too.
And you want to talk about change of venue that we've already coordinated with the city, just in case, for those who
Up to
don't
the-
know.
Out to the expo center, you're saying? Yes, or for the fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fireworks that were held, are normally held out at Coleman's Park for the 4th of July. For next year and next year only, the fireworks. The fireworks, what we're coordinating with the mayor and having them out at the expo center, since all of the events out there, different bands and so forth will be participating. That's in the planning stages. So the fireworks and everything will be out at the expo for next year and next year only anyhow then. So, yeah.
So, do you have something you would like to show the group?
I do.
Very good, Bonnie.
That wasn't planned at all.
Yes, very good. That's really good.
Some of you may or may not know, I'm also involved in the Lebanon Quilters Guild. So Bonnie suggested that we could possibly put together an America 250 quilt. So I reached out to the guild members to have them make a 12.5-inch patriotic block. And this is what the group has come up with.
Well done.
I just want to have the t-shirt. We put one of the t-shirts are in the center of it. And what's going to happen with this, it will be out at the 4-H fair next year, next week. And our guild members will have a booth there that will start the hand quilting process of it. So this will be all hand quilted. So the community is offered to come out next week and help us with it. And
It's upside down, but I want to.
yeah, well, yeah, you should turn it around to show the back to you anyhow then, too, anyhow then. So quite tickled with that of what our guild members have come up with anyhow.
Awesome. So you'll invite community participation at the fair.
Exactly, yes. Well, it'll be on our
Finish it.
Facebook page and so forth, and it will be out there next week. Yeah,
Have we decided what we're doing with it?
we have not.
We're close.
We are thinking about we have different options. One could be to have it displayed out at the expo. Bonnie and I chatted last evening of a possibility of having it auctioned off on July 4th, 2026. So, to be determined.
I told her.
I kidded with Bonnie last night. She has to bring her white gloves to hold it with. It's just one of those things that goes.
So
I
I brought them, but she said I didn't have to use them.
She did look at your hands before.
On the quilt, the original thought was, and nothing's has been written in stone, was to, as she said, display it at the expo, possibly alongside of the mosaic. But as we found out, the Quilters Guild was so gracious that they made more pieces
More
than can
blocks
go in one quilt. So there's enough for a wall hanging. So our thought is, we may ask the expo if the wall hanging could go by the mosaic. And this could be raffled off, helping with funds towards all the events that we're planning for next year. Okay, that moves me on to innovate, and that has to do with the mosaic. The last day for mosaic pieces will be July 29th. At our open meeting where all entities are welcome to come. We're hoping that everyone that comes to the meeting that day will also participate in the mosaic so that they can say they have a piece in the mosaic. I have seen some mock-ups of smaller sections that Linda has done. That's our artist. It's awesome. Your own Jamie, well, I have to say it, he did a bee. You should, I mean, it's awesome. And there's so many awesome pieces. They would stand on their own, but to have all these awesome pieces in this one great piece of art that hands from Lebanon County have touched. Choke up here a little bit.
Joellen found a little tile that depending on how she turned it, it is the layout of Lebanon County, and that is in Joellen's block.
Well, and I'm hoping that our committee, and we're working towards it, working very hard, that 50 years from now, the youth that see it next year will be able to share things and talk about things with their children and grandchildren as people from 50 years ago, from 1976, have been sharing with us when they come to our booth about how they took their daughter and now they're taking their grandchild. And so things continue. It's just awesome. We talked about the quilt. We talked about celebrating. We'd like to talk about celebrating. That's the fourth pillar. Our plans are moving along. As she mentioned, fire trucks, the fireworks will be there. Entertainment, there are some bands that will be there. Perseverance, the Lebanon Community Band, there are others. We will have children's games. There will be some other music. We will have demonstrations. There are some that are lined, already lined up and reserved. When I say demonstrations, it could be demonstrations from any time through our country's history. They'll be set up in the various buildings. Oh, and one thing while I'm thinking of it, if, heaven forbid, if we have rain on July 4th, 2026, the rain date is July 5th, 2026. So we do have a backup plan.
Usually the chairman of the county commissioners is responsible.
I'll take it.
Prayers, please.
We have to second that?
Well,
I do have a question. You mentioned a meeting on July 29th. I'd like to clarify the time and the location for people.
4 p.m. at the expo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, also under programs and events, we've been going out, some of our folks and some of our volunteers have been going out to various municipalities and boroughs and trying to engage even more with the community. We'd like to share in their projects and be able to publicize their things that they have coming up and vice versa. Some of them, well, everyone we've talked to so far have been very gracious, and I think because we're getting closer now, we're less than a year out, they're starting to become more engaged than they have in the last year or so. Before it was, oh, we have time. Well, now time is It's time, you know, it needs a bit of Tempest fusion.
Yep.
Our other piece that I'd like to talk about is military. The military committee has been in touch with Alan McCord, the retired lieutenant colonel at Indiantown Gap. There will be items from the Gap as far as one of the things that was mentioned were, and also Stephanie Olson, items and equipment from the Gap. There'll be a carriage there. There'll be some flags that have been possibly been in battle or during different episodes through history. They will be on display at the fairgrounds. We have other folks that will bring carriages or a Conestoga wagon, old coins. There's all sorts of things on the list. We are doing sponsorships, and the sponsorship paperwork has gone out. We did receive one 1776 sponsorship so far, and I believe there are 5 banners that have been purchased. The banners will be hanging along Cumberland Street, starting in January. I believe January to October of 2026. We have tentative agreements on some others, so there are only a few left for purchase. And that brings me to Tom.
Well,
I think you could step up, please.
I can try.
Okay,
We were gonna show the website, but we can't get to it. So it's LebanonPA250.com. The website's up and running, has a small history blog, connection to our social media. The entire sponsorship page is set up. So anyone interested in sponsorships or helping and support, you can go there, click on that. No matter what the level, $20 to $1,776, different level sponsorships are there, and just to buy hats and shirts as well. You can send us a check. We also have it set up to do PayPal and Apple Pay. Sure. Yeah. So that's all set up and running. We've been using QR codes to make it a little bit easier to get to the social media channel, just Facebook at this point. But everything's up on the website, and hopefully we can get a lot of those sponsorships filled. There is also a little, I can't think of the name of it, the Hall of Fame, where we list all of those sponsors. So everyone that does support the effort obviously gets some other, recognition throughout this year. So LebanonPA250.com.
thank you. I'm sorry we can't show you our video. It was lovely.
It was our firewall or something.
Yeah.
Future you.
Oh, and know that there is a video up there that BLV produced about the county. That's up there. And all of the pieces are designed and ready to go for those sponsorships. There's A-frames, there's static claims, stickers, shirts, and like you mentioned, the banners in Lebanon City. And to clarify, when the traditional Christmas banners come down, they will put up the new 250th banners, and then those will be up. I'm assuming until they put up Christmas the next year. So any
That's what we're
business
thinking.
that gets one of those banners almost gets a full year, that recognition. Cool.
Do they get the banners when they're done?
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. I would assume they do.
I would think so. They won't be hung after that on Cumberland Street. It will just be for that 10-month period. We have one thing that we're working on. I shouldn't say we, military has something they're working on, and they would like to, they're going to be in talks with the Allen Theater to ask and see if we could do a few weekends or a few shows of various historical type movies from the past. So that's on the table. Also, since Tom couldn't show you, one other thing that I'm thinking of. As you know, we were very happy with our wooden bell that Dr. Yoakum has provided. They offered Statue of Liberty also, but it's tough moving the Liberty Bell. So even though it was a very gracious gift, we decided we'll just stay with the wooden Liberty Bell. That being said, the state committee has found a partner to purchase a fiberglass bell for Lebanon County. And we actually have, all the paperwork with the 250 committee. They have tentatively approved the design that was sent in. A local gentleman, Jim Rudiger or James Rudiger, was selected to be the artist for that. And we're waiting on the final approval from First Energy. They're the company or the group that's paying for the Liberty Bell for Lebanon County. So we hope to be able to provide both of those bells. It's part of the 1776 sponsorship. And we're hoping to be able to move those two Liberty Bells around the county with donations from groups to the schools, so that all the youth can see these Liberty Bells. The wooden one, as well as the fiberglass one that will be completed for Lebanon County. Do you folks have anything else? And do you have any questions of us?
I just want to thank you. I mean, this is, no, you're right, Tempest Fugit, it's time. But all the work that's going into it, and just, this is the 250th anniversary of our country. So it's a big deal. And I know it's going to be a national celebration, but what we're doing here is, you know, with all the pillars that you're addressing, just great work, and we really appreciate
We're
it.
trying. One of the things I can say before, and I mentioned it to Jan earlier, normally, the expo, the farm, show, does not allow sandwich boards from any businesses, you know, to be placed there. And when I reached out to them, she was asking some questions, and then I said, well, I said, if it's any consolation, I said, I won't be asking for another 250 years.
She'll be said, okay.
She said, absolutely, we think we should do this. So we will have some of the sandwich boards sitting around at the venue for the next week with the QR code and some information, so that hopefully all the fair goers snap a pic and are then aware of the things that are going on and ways to contact.
This is just a small thing. We have a bulletin board sheet that's getting printed right now. So like your bulletin board out there or at VFWs, Legions, different businesses, we'll be able to spread that information in that typical fashion too.
May I add?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, may I add a thank you for your enthusiasm, your leadership, and your organization. You're just doing a swell job. Know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to echo those sentiments and recognize those who couldn't be here. First and foremost, Josie Ames, who took on this responsibility initially and couldn't. And again, thank you, Bonnie, for stepping up when she had to step down. But also Jan and Tom and those that can't be here, Doug and Rachel Eder are very active in the score committee, Jen Kuzo and Jane Yorty from Visit Lebanon Valley.
Absolutely, yes.
And then
Not just the
the
three of
committee
us.
at large is just, again, a lot of really good people. And I think about this event or series of events, it's about a celebration of
It is.
this
It is.
anniversary, but really honoring those who created this great country that we have. So there's a piece of it for everybody, but the way this is going to be most successful is that we involve everybody in our
Everyone.
community, every part of our community, and you're doing a good job so far, but we welcome more.
Oh,
Correct.
okay. More people, if there's.
That meeting on the 29th.
The 29th at 4
It's an
o'clock.
open meeting,
Yep.
invite anybody that would like to be part of it or just listen and learn more.
If there's anything I can say about this celebration for Lebanon County and with Lebanon County is I would like it, and our committee would like it to be not one-sided, all-sided. This is for all of us. We all are living here. Some families have been here a long time. Some families have maybe come since World War II or even more recently than that. We are all Americans. You know, it doesn't matter what we look like.
We were talking about the sponsorships and everything. It's important for people to realize too, those sponsorships help to fund the things that we're doing. Yeah, remember, so far, we didn't recognize Lebanon Federal Credit Union,
Oh,
but
yes,
ten
yes.
thousand gift. That mosaic is expensive. We got a $10,000 gift from the state, a foundation that's supporting this, but Lebanon Federal Credit matched that. We have other corporate sponsors now stepping up. So the more sponsorship and financial support, the bigger the celebration and fireworks display.
Well, we want to make sure that we get enough money so that the fireworks is noticeably bigger and better, so that the move to the expo for 1 year only, you said that a couple of times. You know, then it's recognized that, hey, when you went to a different location where the restrictions are a little different, that you
Yeah.
make that bigger and better, and it should be.
Well,
Go ahead, Jim.
Bonnie, you mentioned the municipal aspect of this, and I know municipalities are talking about it at their township meetings. Is your committee encouraging local municipalities to maybe have their celebrations on a separate day to maximize attendance at the fairgrounds? Or are you allowing them up to their own devices that they can just go with whatever day they want, which may impact a little bit the overall attendance? Because I know you're putting a lot of work, the fireworks. How is that gonna pan out if every municipality has their own celebration with trying to draw a good crowd to the fairgrounds?
If I may, I'd say it's a twofold thing. Yes, it'd be wonderful to have the whole county, at some point on July 4th, 2026, be at the expo. You know, stop in for some of the displays, maybe, have some food, from the stand that's there, also food trucks or things like that. Some vendors may be there. But also, our committee isn't the know-all be-all. We can't force any borough or any group to say, don't do your thing on the 4th. We would love them to connect with us and maybe do something earlier or do something July 3rd or July 5th, or it can be a celebration more than just a few hours at the expo. But in the same token, I certainly can't forcibly tell them, no, you cannot do that on that day.
So on the 4th, at the fairgrounds, that's gonna be an all-day, and I might have missed it, that's gonna be an all-day
Well-
celebration.
Our time we're looking at now is we're starting at 3 and continuing through the fireworks. Now, of course, people will be there setting up prior to that, and I'm sure there'll be some things that are up that you'll be able to see. We didn't want to take the whole day away from family. If family has something that they like to do on July 4th, maybe have a family picnic at lunchtime or something, but they're also welcome to come out to the fairgrounds and have a family picnic. They're welcome to bring their own picnic basket and have picnic there. But also know that there will be foodstuffs and drinks and things available. Won't be a fee to park. There won't be a fee to enter any of this. This is all about Lebanon County for Lebanon County celebration. And it's a celebration for 250 years. Well,
Thank you.
yes, Jane.
Could you expand a little on the sponsorship levels? You heard 1776. Is that a banner sponsor level?
It,
And what are
it,
the
it
others?
includes like almost everything. So every sponsorship builds on itself. So $20 is, just to get a shirt and a hat. And I think it's 25 shirt and a hat and sticker sheet. And then the next level goes, it's
I
250.
didn't either. You guys.
It goes from 20 up to 1,700.
There's a 250
It goes
level.
higher because
Yeah.
and with each level, you get a certain
You get
amount of
everything.
merchandise or a banner.
Oh, okay, so you're not just doing direct sales of the merchandise, it's a sponsorship and
shirts
in
and
return.
hats, you can direct sale, but everything else is a sponsorship level.
Okay,
So you might get an A-frame, window cling, 5 shirts, and then it steps.
so you said there are a few banners left? Or a
Yeah.
few
Well,
spots
we have
left?
a limited quantity because there's only so.
So many.
There are only
But-
40 spots,
Yeah.
So what are those spots, if anybody's interested?
$250.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, it can be a family, a person. It could be a business. It could be a group of friends that want to purchase a banner.
Bonnie might want to make a note. He was inquiring about sponsorships. You may want to follow up.
I'm gonna follow him to the car
Hot
later.
prospect.
So let me ask about, you wanted you to expand. I thought he was gonna talk about the bumblebee thing, you know? A little deeper into that.
Don't.
Okay, thank you.
We're very happy to be doing this. See us around the county. We were down to Cherry Fair. We're gonna be different things and we'll be, have a booth out at the expo. So stop out, or a 4-H fair out at the expo in the West Hall. So West Hall is where we will be with the quilt and so forth anyhow then. So come out and see us at the fair.
I think I can speak on behalf of my fellow commissioners, but everybody in this room in our community to say we're happy too that we have such a good group of people leading the whole thing. So
Our,
God bless you. Let us know. Let us know.
my
how we can help
pleasure
you.
to help.
All of you.
Thank you. I think if anything, we at times feel like we're falling short, but we're,
You're way,
you know,
awesome.
Keep it up.
thank you.
Stellar, man.
Get back to work.
We will.
Morning.
Good morning. You would identify yourself for the record, please. Have a seat. You may proceed.
Sure. Susan Christner, I'm the Deputy Director of the Juvenile Probation Unit at Probation Services. This morning, I am seeking the approval for our 2025-26 contract with Bucks County Detention. We do not have contracted beds at Bucks County, but in the event that our 2 contracted beds are full, a contract with Bucks County at least offers us the opportunity to call them and see if they have detention space when needed. The per diem for Bucks County is $650 per day. And again, this contract will carry us through fiscal year 25-26.
Make a motion to approve the, I don't know if you want to call it contract. Yes, it does say contract with Bucks County Youth Center. If Abraxas Academy beds are full.
I'll second the motion. I'm glad you mentioned the DM because it's so, you know, the population that they're serving is vital for the safety of others to have those places to go to, but $650 a day really does give you a sticker shock.
Yes. And to be honest, $650 a day for detention services is one of the lowest of the centers throughout the state.
In a second. Any other questions, comments? Have you reviewed it? Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those same sign, and that contract is approved.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Danielle Hogg, Information Technology Services. Here to request approval for the Infinium upgrade with TCI Professional Services. This will cover 4 upgrades that are required for our financials package. And this is the consulting company that will take care of this since we don't have a programmer on staff. Cost is $2,450. And that is a fixed cost, just a one-time fee.
Move to approve the contract.
Second motion.
Motion is second. Questions or comments? Questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. That is approved. You may.
Thank you very
If you have anything else, Danielle.
much.
Thank you.
This time.
Mr. Boogley, good morning.
Good morning, Matt Utley, County Solicitor. I just have one item for consideration by the board this morning. This is a consent to assign the contract that we currently have between the county and Corn Ferry. Last week during our workshop, the board heard comments from Corn Ferry regarding the actuarial services. The contract is being assigned from Corn Ferry to a new entity, Gabriel Roeder and Smith and Company, GRS. They expounded a little bit last week, indicating that they provide the actuarial services for a number of counties here in Pennsylvania. And so I have this item, this document for approval by the board this morning.
I'll make a motion to approve the Gabriel Roeder Smith and Company document that Corn Ferry will no longer be our provider.
I'll second the motion, assuming it's endorsed by our controller.
I think that it's the proper move at this point. They're gonna provide the same service and we're getting the same result.
And many of the individuals, it's my understanding from the comments last week, many of the individuals from Corn Ferry that we have worked with are going to be moving over to GRS, or some of them at least.
Actually, I think Chris Seats is gonna be assigned to us.
Okay, so there's going to be continuity then.
Corn Ferry, he had worked with us prior.
Okay.
Motion second. Any questions, comments?
One comment, I think you're also gonna request that the pension board meet.
Well, the agreement is between the county. I talked to the controller. I
Okay.
think it's okay if the board just approves it in this setting.
Very good.
Questions, comments? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That agreement is approved.
Thank you. That's all I
Thank
have.
you.
Thank you, Matt.
You have to, and or Brian?
Yeah, they'll just come together. This follow up on last Wednesday.
Just wanted to leave. You can just drop them off at my house, at the office.
That's good. I have some other business here. I'll just bring them back.
They hopefully someone from Habitat coming in and told them 10:30. So could I move ahead?
Sure, sure.
The other items?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Give them a few more minutes, hopefully.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead with that. I'll do first. I have 2 applications for hotel tax grant fund. Okay. We'll finish this. Hang on. All right. The first one being, this was actually received prior to the last meeting, but you were awaiting some funds to replenishment of the fund. That's from the Campbelltown Community Alliance, and they are requesting funding for a beautification initiative on the main thoroughway of Campbelltown with half barrels of flower planters and the line 322 horseshoe pike inside Campbelltown. And that's a total project of $3,750. They are requesting a $2,000 grant toward that project.
Make a motion to approve the $2,000 request.
I'm a little reluctant to second it. I was going to maybe offer $1,000 because it doesn't really fit the new guidelines that we have adopted, and because of how tight the funds are. I will go along with the motion if we can express to them that we have to, perhaps consider next year as maybe less or none, because it doesn't fit the criteria. But I'll second the motion as presented.
Sure now.
2,000.
At 2,000. Okay, so the motion is second. Questions, comments? All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 1,000 is approved.
So is that a consensus that we would address that in the letter, in the award letter?
I think it has to be.
Mhm.
So it's not a surprise next year. I didn't want to, they got it last year, I believe, and
I remember we had this conversation close to a year ago. And many of these organizations have come to expect this, and we'd like to be able to do it, but we can continue to get more and more requests. And our priority is to support events and programs that actually put heads in beds So while this is certainly a nice thing to do, just funds are limited.
Guidelines are clear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then the second request I have, application I have is with for the Lancaster Kennel Club. They are holding their Lancaster Kennel Club agility trials. They're holding their agility trials September 27th and 28th at In the Net, Elmira. Their total project cost for this event is $21,000. They're requesting a $3,600 grant. And they attached all the 3 pages here of information about their event and their budget. And who they attract, and et cetera.
I'll move to approve 3,600 for this one.
Second.
Motion is second. Again, this is just an example of comparison to the other requests, is that this is clearly an event that does in fact put heads in bed. So all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Right. Approved.
May I follow up with just a
Sure.
small observation? When I am driving, for instance, through Lidditz or something, when I see the flowers outside and things of that nature that they have hanging and whatever it is, that does attract me to that community. I think it does fit because it beautifies the downtown. I think the flowers are the downtown Campbelltown. I think that it does want people to come back and pay a visit there and spend some money and stay some time.
Did you stay overnight? That's the question.
I was there for most of the day. I was not there that night.
But I think we're all in agreement with you that it
Adopt
does
those
add
guidelines.
to the attractiveness of our community and to create a welcoming atmosphere. So
Love what they're doing,
It's a
but
question
it
of how
doesn't
much.
fit this particular program, so. Not against beautiful flowers and
Right.
attracting people, but we changed the guidelines and we should adhere to them.
Again, I don't think I was heard. I think it does attract people just because I didn't stay overnight that particular day. Doesn't mean I wouldn't, because I would. If I planned myself a trip down in that direction, I would choose to stay there.
okay, we have somebody waiting. So anything else?
I just have one other, and those are the list of exemption requests for disabled veterans meeting the criteria for exemption from real estate taxes. They are John Picar of Rosemont Drive, Myerstown, Michael Bixler of Mill Road, Fredericksburg, William Angle Jr. of Garloff Road, Myerstown, Dennis Hauser of English Drive, Lebanon, and Zachary Swar of South Fifth Avenue, Lebanon.
I'll move to approve those exemptions for property taxes for disabled veterans.
Second.
Motion is second. Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, and requests are granted.
Here.
Good morning.
She was here.
I apologize. Miscommunication.
You did that on purpose.
Sure was awesome.
Dan, if you would introduce yourselves for the record, and then you may proceed.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Dan Lyons, the Executive Director of the Housing and Redevelopment Authority.
And I'm Tiffany Frank, Development Administrator with Lancaster Lebanon Habitat for Humanity.
And is that another father back there?
She's next up. If we could-
Okay.
So we're here this morning for Habitat to present a request for funding from the Act 137 Affordable Housing Trust Fund.
Yeah, so we're requesting $100,000 for 2 rehabilitation projects. The funds to be split between the 2 projects evenly. Those projects are for 1021 Walnut Street and 315 North 5th Street. Both projects are currently in demolition phase. We call them a rehab project. They are essentially as much as we can say from the home, but at new build specs. is the investment we're putting into it. We have, one of those homes is currently matched to a family who's already accepted into our home buyer program. She's a single mom, so we serve, over 62% of our current families are single female head of household with children. So she is matched to Walnut Street. We hope to have that completed by the end of the year, both projects completed by the end of the year. 315 is not matched yet into the home. Our home buyers put into sweat equity hours, either 250 or 400, depending on their household setup. We have over 200 volunteer hours that go into each property, as well as we work extensively with local contractors for work that cannot be safely completed by volunteers. So we're also supporting local contractors in the area. In May, we opened applications specifically for Lebanon County, investing a lot more time and energy into the housing needs for Lebanon County residents or those who work in Lebanon County and looking to become first-time home buyers here. In 5 days, we received 96 applications. 92 of those are being processed for program eligibility, and we expect to see at least 16 to 20 of those be approved Habitat home buyers in the future. So the need is there. We know Lebanon County has expressed need. All 3 commissioners, you have expressed need for more affordable housing and home ownership opportunities. And this request would help to fulfill 2 of those of the many that are needed here.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for these 2 projects, 315 North Fifth and 1021 Walnut Street for Habitat.
I'll second.
Motion second. Questions, comments? Anything else to add?
And they come out of Act 137.
Yes.
Right. Okay, hearing no other questions, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. That was granted.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate the investment.
Hello again.
Not gonna make any funny hand gestures, hoping that it doesn't get caught on camera.
Will you introduce yourself for the record and then proceed?
Yes, I'm Nikki Mauer Gray from the Community Health Council.
So Nikki's here this morning also to make a request for funding from the county's Act 137 Affordable Housing Trust Fund.
Yes, I'm here on behalf of both the Community Health Council and Lebanon County Christian Ministries to request $465,946.68 from the Act 137 funds. This funding will be dispersed over a 10-year period with a reevaluation at year 5 to support the position of a housing development director. This is a true public-private partnership that will have sizable investment from WellSpan Health and also from other partners. Oversight of the position will be handled by an advisory committee that's made up of representatives from the county, the city, the Housing Authority, the Community Health Council, and Lebanon County Christian Ministries.
May I ask a question? Yes. Nikki, or first I'll start with you, Dan. How much do we have left in this Act 137 fund?
So as of June 30th, there was a balance of just over $1 million in the fund, but there's prior commitments that have been made.
What's uncommitted?
Uncommitted was $579,000 as of the end of June. And now with the commitment to Habitat, that would be $479,000 of available funds in the trust.
Okay, the reason I ask, I don't know, did you get a copy of this? Community Homes is looking for money as well.
No, I have not yet.
You're welcome to it. Here's the letter that goes with it. Would you pass that down, please?
They're just about to kick off a capital campaign for the second phase of that. Canal Street.
Canal Street.
I just opened it this morning and I was surprised to get it because I thought we had everybody in, but for your consideration, I guess.
I don't think that, there's no application pending from Community Health.
Not that I'm aware of.
So you do get a motion for them this morning.
There's no application. I think that was more of a, I got one too. I think
Oh,
that's
did you?
kind of a PR from
Yes.
Community Home saying we're embarking on this. But I don't have any knowledge of an application or
No.
extension. at this
Okay,
point.
but there's money there, is there, we're not taking it down to almost zero, so that's what I wanted to know,
Yeah,
because,
and actually, Community Homes did receive generous support from the Act 137 funds for their Canal Street
for the
project.
first 15 homes or whatever.
Well, they used it all up in phase one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, very good.
They did receive.
To approve the request made today for the partnership with Wellspan and for the 10-year commitment.
Second,
Motion a second. Questions? Comments? None? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All the same sign? We have that approval.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so much.
Good luck.
good luck, yeah.
Thank you.
Commissioner Lynch, would you like this back?
Oh, I can, if you have one, that's fine. If not, you can keep it. It's up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Jamie, do you have anything to mention?
Nothing additional. You can adjourn your board meeting relevant to the assessment committee.
All right, is there anything else for the good of the order? None? All, need a motion to adjourn.